If you're using Claude, you know you can burn through those tokens pretty fast. Matter of fact, I ran into a problem myself. I want to show you what I did, how I got around it, and some really good news for you. So we're going to get into this right away. Let's get into this right here. I blew through a bunch of them one afternoon working with it, and I didn't know what to do. Well, now I've got the answer, and I want to share it with you. You don't want to use a sledgehammer to hang a picture frame. Okay, that's the bottom line of it. I'm going to show you the right tool to use, how you can use this, and by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which model to use of Claude, depending on what you're doing. And this is particularly for those of us who are content creators, because we don't do a lot of the heavy math and research and those kind of things. We do research, but we're not doing the kind you would do, say, for a PhD in biology or for a doctoral dissertation, something like that. There's a different tool, but then there is one that you can use for that. And it will do it. That's the beauty of Claude and what it does and how it handles it for you. So you're never going to get caught empty-handed again when you're in mid-project. I'm going to show you a way to work around that also. Another little tool. We got just a lot packed in here. Plus, how you can pay $45 and get $50 worth of protection, a little trick that protects your momentum when you're working on something using Claude. So let's get into it right away. You got one tank here with it, and you got 3 very different burn rates. That's the key. I didn't understand that coming over from ChatGPT, and I still use ChatGPT, still use Gemini, love them. I find the combination really works best. Being a creative conductor, like a conductor of an orchestra, you don't have only one instrument in most cases. You have several different instruments that bring in different flavors of music, the different tones, the different aura that you want at that time. So it's got some good features there when you do it. So you're going to look at it. Haiku is the one on the bottom, the lowest end. It's very cheap to use, and it's got very good efficiency. It's light on tokens, so you can use that. That's going to be used a few cases, rarely. Sonnet, S-O-N-N-E-T, is reliable for everyday sedan, your daily driver. Matter of fact, let me just cut to the chase. This is the one you're going to use 90 to 95% of the time, Sonnet. And particularly good news for you, because just yesterday, as I'm recording this, they came up with an upgrade, Sonnet 5.0, that now gives you much more capability and a lot less cost than you're going to get when you use some of the features that are available in Opus, which is the other one too. We're going to get to that. But that's the bottom line of where we're going with it. And I'm going to give you some little tips here that can help you in a big way. Opus, you see, that's the muscle car. You've got the same tank, but it burns 3 to 5 times faster as you go through it. Same account, but you've got very different consumption needs, and that's the key. So start with Haiku. Haiku is your speedy intern. It's fast, it's cheap, and surprisingly capable of quick work. You'd use this if you want to find out just a quick, what is the capital of England, or who is the president of this country or that, or who's the governor of this state, something like that. It's real quick. You could use Haiku for a lot of questions like that, and particularly if you've got a lot of them running for you on there. It's good. It's best for subject lines, getting hashtags, first pass brainstorms, fast replies, things like that. It does a very good job with that, and it's saving you a little bit of money on the tokens. And the rule of thumb, try Haiku first. Try it because, like you'd say, hey, the house wine before we go with the reserve. Okay, that's a good way to look at it. Not a big deal for you. If you want to put, if it's not a big deal thing, then it's different. Now, if you're putting your name on it, then that is a big deal, and you want to step up to a little bit different, which would be Sonnet, your everyday rock star. This is the one you want to remember. Using Sonnet, you're going to have 90 to 95% of the time, this will be the tool that you want to use. It's perfect for doing things like newsletters. I write a regular newsletter, send this out every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And if you're not on there, you'd want to sign up for that and get some information that you can use real quickly. Well, Sonnet is ideal for that. I could see that it satisfies the needs that we're going to have in writing and creating most of the time. And my experience, shifting from and switching from Opus, you have usage problems or disappeared, and the quality barely moved. The quality of what I had, really good. So all that money that I was charged, the tokens that it ate up real quickly, I'm thinking, why do I have to do that? I got to wait until 4:30 to get this thing used again. Well, by using Sonnet, you get past that 90 to 95% of the time. That is a real benefit of using Claude, something I didn't know when I first got into Claude and started looking at it right away. You've got near Opus output. Opus is their high end for a fraction of the cost. Now, suppose you do want to use Opus. There's a place where you will use that occasionally. It's the PhD in the room. It's reserved for billable, deep client research and true complexity. You got to really find out something that's detailed. And you don't need just a quick answer. You don't want to just know who's the governor of this state or what's the capital of this state or of this country. You want to go in depth on what do they do and why. Why do they believe that? Get really deep into it. You're going to use it for rare and deliberate use. It's not your daily driver. This is not the one you're going to use over and over all the time. And when the stakes are high and the thinking needs to be real deep, this is the one you want to use. Opus will give you the tools and the horsepower for that. It does cost a little bit more, but you'll find that now with Sonnet 5.0, it can do a lot of that also. So I would say you want to give it a shot at Sonnet. Use Sonnet, see if that's giving you what you want. Then just for trying it out, you might want to bounce up to Opus, try a quick question and see if there's a significant difference. And if it's significant to you and to your client, well, then you'll bounce back to the other. And it is a powerful tool when you look at Opus. It's expensive fuel, but you'll use that occasionally when you need it at the right times. So you're going to let Claude think before it speaks. It does extended thinking. Claude decides how to ponder before answering. It's low effort with a quick reply, great routine work on there, and for high max effort. Put on your thinking cap kind of thing is where you'll use it. The practical rule, leave it on default unless you're hitting a wall. That will be the key. The right model at the right job for the right job, plus a simple money saving hack is right here. First, ask, is this quick or complex? What quality difference will actually show? And am I the bottleneck? Sometimes we would be, and that's a real big issue. It's not the AI, it's us. We are the creative conductors, the person who is like conducting that orchestra. You want to make sure you're bringing in the right tools at the right times, the right instruments for the right occasion, what's going on. And you want to default to Sonnet. That's what I would recommend in the work. If you're doing work like me as a content creator, not doing heavy-duty mathematical or in-depth PhD quality, dissertation quality research for it, default to that. You'll step down to Haiku for speed if you need it real fast, and you'll step up to Opus only when needed. And $45 to $50 worth of value you're going to get. I would recommend you buy the credit for that bundles before you need them. This is where if you know you got a big project coming up, go ahead and get them. You spend $45, they give you $50 worth of credit under the current pricing mode. That changes from time to time, so check. And I find that gives me what I need. I've got some money standing by so that we can do it. In a way, it's kind of like if you're taking a long trip and put the safety concerns aside for a moment here. You put a couple of gallons of gasoline in the back. I would not recommend that in the real world, but just pretend with me in this example. You might put that in there so if you do run out of gas, you don't go, oh no, we ran out of gas. How are we going to get here? You got something right there. You run, put it in there and take care of it. Now, with a battery charge, you might have an extra battery. And someday we'll be doing that, where you just say, oh, this battery ran out. We'll plug in the other one. You get the idea. And by using it this way, you're going to be able to see, okay, this is how we do these things. Here's what we do to get this and to make it work just right. This protects your momentum while you're deep in a project and you've hit your limit. So what you can do with this is, let's say you're working on something, it's one of those all-nighters, or you're going to be burning the midnight oil working on this project. You don't want to run out of juice. By using this, you'll be able to do it. And you can set that up through your usage, go in there, usage, and click on where you want to add some extra. You've got your credit card there. It'll take care of it and pick it up for you. So this week, the default is to Sonnet. Only reach for Opus when you hit the wall. And report back. Let us know, how did this work for you? What did you discover when you did? I'd like to hear from you as well. And join our Stark Raving Entrepreneurs program. We've got a community here where we share this. We'll be sharing these kind of things and listening to people like you and me with real world experience. Because, as I like to say, action displaces despondency. Get out there, get the model, and start moving with it, moving with this, and you're going to do it. So, woohoo! It's time for a woohoo. Let's go create something really good here. And by the way, I want to show you what I did here. This is Creator to Creator, a little extra bonus for you. I put this together in Notebook LM, feeding the information into it and asking it about that. And you'll see what it did is it gave me a breakdown here with the Haiku is your speedy intern, and Sonnet is the everyday rock star. This is the one you can depend on. Daily driver for 95% of the creative work. And then when you need some really top brainy kind of work, well, Opus, it's the PhD for the deep research, and it gives you the capability to get all of this done very quickly and very easily. And before I let you go, I got something really good for you that I want to share with you. Right now, you get a chance to get access to these videos like this quickly and easily. Be sure and like it. That would mean the world to us because it does matter. You're watching this, you know what it's like if you got a video channel. A like would be really important, and share this with others. That's real important. They're going to like the fact that you shared something that helps them, because you saw it here on Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. And subscribing lets you know when we're coming out with something else that's going to be helpful and get a lot. And here's a gift that Gina and I have for you. So from Terry Brock and Gina Carr, we've got something here for you. AI Tools for Biz. Now, if you're catching the audio of this, go over to AI Tools, the number 4, biz.com. If you're watching this on your screen, you got a QR code right up here you can use. We know how to use that. And we talk about several different tools on this. So you can see what they are, how you can use them, what's available for them, updates on there so that you get that. And there's no charge to you on that at all. You're going to be able to do a lot. So the key is finding the right tool. Claude is definitely a good tool. I'm using Claude. I use it in conjunction with also ChatGPT. I like it. It gives me some extra emphasis in certain areas, as well as Gemini. I get a tie into all the Google products that I'm using there. And I like to use Grok every now and then, because Grok gives me that quirky side that you don't always get from the other guys. Real handy with that, and it'll give you a lot. And got some other videos that are going to help you right now. Click on this one over here. Carefully selected this so that it'll help you get the work you need and get that work done so you can do it. I'm Terry Brock on behalf of Gina Carr and our entire Stark Raving Entrepreneurs community. Thanks for joining me today.